Hi everybody, I wanted to remind you how to configure your project from a GitHub repository. So you can go to File, New, Project from Version Control, Git. And then you're going to paste in the URL that I have given you. It's saying for me that the directory already exists because I've already cloned it, so I'm just going to put it in a different directory for my workspace. And then I'll click Clone. And it's cloning, and I'll open in this window. Okay, so it's cloned, but now you need to be able to do a whole bunch of configuration things. So I'm going to click the source directory. I'll right-click it and say mark directory as sources root. And what that does is it's telling the project these are where the Java sources are. It's asking me if I want to add things to Git, and the answer is no. I do not want to add anything to Git. Okay, so if I open up tester, it says project SDK not defined. So I can click Setup SDK, version 1.8. Looks great to me. But now I've got to set a couple other things here in File, Project Structure. I've got 1.8 as my SDK, but I have to have my language level match. So since this is 1.8, I'll set this to 8. I also have to set the project compiler output. So I'll click the ... button right here. And then I'm going to go to the third button over, which says project directory if you hover over it. So if I click project directory, it's taken me to my project folder here. You can see it says Markov text generation. So select that, right click and say new folder, and I'm going to call it bin for binaries. You can name it whatever you want. Out is another common name. But you're going to select that new directory you've just created, and that's where all of your compiled outputs are going to go. So now you can click OK. We don't have any unit tests in this project. If you had unit tests, you would have a folder and you'd right click and you'd mark that directory as where your tests are. But since we don't, that's fine. So now you can run it by clicking the green arrow, and hopefully it should all work. It is loading siddhartha.txt, and this is what I'm expecting to see because I haven't actually implemented predict next word, and that's what it's telling me. It's telling me I've got to do that. Okay, I hope this was helpful.